Medal of Honor has always been a nostalgic series for me. Hell, when I was a kid, me and my dad would spend ages playing through the PS2 titles, and I played my copy of Rising Sun to the point the disc wore out. Why is all this relevant? Well, it's all to show you just how disappointing the 2010 Medal of Honor game was for me. Medal of Honor was, for a good while, one of the big names in the FPS market, but that all changed in 2007 with the release of Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. The industry shifted focus to more modern settings, leaving World War II games behind for bigger and better things. So what's a struggling series to do in order to stay relevant in a rapidly changing industry? Why, shamelessly rip off the competition, of course. The nicest way I can describe this is that it feels like Diet Call of Duty. Hell, it uses the same basic set pieces and story setup as Modern Warfare. You're an American Special Forces soldier fighting a terrorist organization in the Middle East during the early days of the War on Terror, aka the single most box standard setting for FPS games of the 2000s and the new 10s to a lesser degree. Hell, while the Modern Warfare trilogy used that idea in the earlier stages, they later moved on and shifted focus to Vladimir Makarov and his plan to ignite a war between the two major superpowers. Medal of Honor, on the other hand, plays it completely straight for the most part, never doing anything interesting with a basic story structure apart from a couple of segments towards the end. That's also one of the biggest problems with this game. Just how little it does with its concept and the lack of grandiose set pieces means that it's hard to actually remember anything about it. There's hardly anything that sticks with you after the credits roll, which is a shame when you consider just what this series used to be. Both Frontline and Rising Sun started out with you playing through significant moments in the Second World War, those being the Normandy landings for Frontline and the attack on Pearl Harbor for Rising Sun, before going on to do the original stuff, with Frontline at one point having you fight your way through both the German submarine armoured train, and Rising Sun putting you in a really enjoyable stealth mission in Singapore. And while I can't name anything from European Assault off the top of my head, I remember having tons of fun ordering around your squad. Hell, even its competitor at the time, Call of Duty, had players experiencing jaw-dropping moments like the endings of the missions Loose End and Shock and Awe. When you're up against that sort of cinematic campaign, you absolutely need to have your own insane or impactful moments in order to stand a chance of being able to compete, rather than trying to coast by on brand name alone. Call of Duty would eventually learn this lesson in Infinite Warfare, as we've already discussed, but it's Medal of Honor's fall that hurt me a lot more, as the series never learned from this and was shelved after the disastrous launch of Warfighter a few years later.